Okay, hello there. This is Martin Stahlik from Geekout Gym. Today the podcast will be in English, special edition. I have here my professor and good friend Renato Migliaccio. Professor, maybe for the beginning, could you introduce yourself a little bit and tell something about you?
It's a little tough to talk about myself, right? Well, yes, Renato Migliaccio, originally from Brazil. I live now in Los Angeles, California. And what I have to talk about myself pretty much is doing jiu-jitsu my entire life. It's funny thing I always say to some of the students, man, if you have it on Instagram, like people a lot on Instagram, if you can't put you are jiu-jitsu guy, so jiu-jitsu is not part of you yet. You have to say on there. I'm 45 years old. Started jiu-jitsu when I was 8 years old.
It's an amazing journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have two kids, I know.
I have two kids now, Vincenzo and Chloe. Yeah, one is 4 and 7, so 4 and 7. And yeah, they're already training. They like to mess in the class more than they actually train, but they go on their own pace.
That's what's good.
Yeah, with the boy, I was a little rough on him in the beginning, but then I realized that
he needs to find his way.
He finds his way, his own pace, and because everything. Yeah, I try to put him as specific because he's the oldest. Chloe is only 4, but I tried to put him in many other sports like hockey, icy hockey, and I tried soccer. I tried many things, and I think whenever we have an expectation, they don't do good. So, and then eventually he liked to wrestling because the class is
fighting.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of fighting and very messy. The class is not much of a structure. It's very relaxed in a sense, right? And it was jiu-jitsu, judo. It's very traditional. I have some, the structure. I have the warm-up. I have this, I have that. And, so he liked it. And I said, okay, now I know why he liked it. And, because it's more relaxed. So less pressure. Let them have fun. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it with my kids too. I try to, not force them, but show them like they have their own gi, even though they're really little. But sometimes they, by themselves, they come and they, Daddy, let's go train. I was like, yeah, sure. Even if I'm not in the mood or tired, I'm like, I need to go. If they're in the mood, I need to survive.
You have to do it anyways. So
let's do it.
I found out that he wants to play with that. He doesn't want to learn from that. He doesn't have an idea of how important learning could be. He just want to play with that. So that is the guy who's playing.
And he's gonna learn with play.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just I kind of changed a little bit my approach on him. Like, okay, come here, let's work on this. Let's no, it's just
just mess
what do you
around.
want to do?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I like that, to be honest. It's even though like for us especially as teachers, it's kind of hard to, we are especially if you're teaching adults, you are used to the a little bit more like system, like you, as you said, you have warm up, you work on techniques, or you spar, or you enhance this and that. With kids, it doesn't work that way.
No, always no.
And it's not even fun when you force them. So why to do it in the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Professor, I had one specific topic I wanted to talk about, and that's what to do when you hit a plateau in jiu-jitsu, when you feel that you are not moving forward, when your old technique that worked on everybody now don't work on anyone, and you kind of feel stuck, maybe a 4-stripe, white belt, blue belt, maybe even purple belt, when you simply have nothing to like move and work on. How do you approach that?
I would say a lot of times it's a complicated and long answer on that, but yes, many of they call the blue belt curse. The guy gets a blue belt and eventually he quits because he climbed a long hill there and he achieved and then he realized he just climbed 1/3 or 1/4 of the or 1/5 whatever of the hill, right? And then oh my God, and then all right, so and then he needs to do it all again, and again it's persistence, resilience, and we all know this stuff, but we'll go this route first, then persistence, resilience, perseverance, discipline. But a lot of times it's for me, I didn't have any other option. You know, like I introduced myself. So somebody asked me, "Did you have another job?" No. But one day I was doing like the Ultimate Fighter, interview. To see if I would get into the show or not, right? So you pass all the sparring part, and then you go to the interview, and then they asked me. So my life was pretty boring in a sense, like, because they wanted some drama and stuff, right?
Yeah. Somebody fighting in the house.
Yeah, it's like, well, you had, I said, no, I mean, we were poor in a sense in Brazil, but we were also, super poor like many people, so we always had food on table. Didn't have great opportunities in a sense, but the first opportunity that I had was judo, jiu-jitsu. I take it and I kept on doing. I didn't have it's not like I came in a family of doctors and stuff like they have, So I kept on doing these, and I didn't have like a plan B. So somebody asked me, "Do you have other jobs?" No. But in the Ultimate Fighter, what you did? Always did jiu-jitsu. But yeah. That's it, I didn't do anything, no? You got to do, no.
Remember Paulo Miaio had this interview, like, what are your hobbies besides the jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu,
No.
I know, yeah. Somebody asked me what are your hobbies? Well, right now my hobbies is do a little bit with the kids, true. But yeah, I mean, all day, every day on the mat, it's just, I don't stop to ask. Maybe that's the thing, I didn't have my own experience, so that's my truth, my life, right? So it might fit somebody else's life, maybe might not fit others, but many of my jiu-jitsu friends, they surf. I never learned how to surf, and I grew up in the countryside in Brazil, and
so basically, but for a lot of people today, you started as a kid, 8 years old. So it puts you a little bit in a different situation, because by the time you were 14, you were perhaps already purple belt. Well, you couldn't have been, but
yeah. No,
by skill, you were far more skilled by age 15, 18 than people now today are starting at 20. Of course, there are kids, but I see these like plateau things that hit people around their maybe 30s, maybe a little bit like 25 and 35.
Yeah,
and like that.
But that's the point. What are you gonna do? You're gonna quit? What are you gonna do? You're gonna quit? It's gonna be worse than the plateau. Like, I mean, to summarize what I was saying is, I never had a plan B. What's the next plan? I have to stick with it first. That's the only thing I have. I'm gonna let it go. I've got to make it happen, right? So the other day I was watching, a TED Talk, about choices, and there are, if it's metric, something that you can measure, right? I need 20 centimeters rope, and that one is 30 centimeters. Okay, you choose the 20 because you need a 20. It's measurable, right? So you need a hot water or cold water. No, I need cold. It's measurable. But what's best for your life? To be a jiu-jitsu guy or to be a doctor? Many people financially might say to be a doctor it is, but if you're miserable, then who knows, right? But the guy love medicine. Okay, that's the one you're going for, right? But I like jiu-jitsu. All right, so make a way to make a living then. Find ways, create, and that's all these guys nowadays are doing. Many people are finding the ways, through many ways, selling DVDs, selling seminars, opening gyms, competing. They need to make a way of making a living, and that wasn't possible one day. I remember surfing in Brazil, like, oh no, it shouldn't be a surf, no, because it was known to be like, like a weed pothead, right? Like a weed guy, and then no, don't do surf. Next thing you know, surfing now, you make millions. Oh no, okay, it's okay if you want to make, sadly is the money, but. Again, as long as you make a living and you're happy, and that's your success, right? You're successful.
Yeah. Our gyms are fine, and exactly, it's about your choice. And like, to be honest, for me, it wasn't a choice in sense of like if I want to do it, but will I make it work to make a living out of it? So jiu-jitsu became my passion so much that for me it was basically a no-brainer. I had some money saved, and I had my first baby. We had with my wife, and I decided, okay, now it's time to try. I have 1 year maybe savings. If I don't make any money, well, I come back to work. if I make it work, well,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
But for people who train jiu-jitsu as students and they don't have an ambition to maybe run a school, and they had this energy, you know, like they spend these first 2 years learning. They maybe win some competitions, they maybe lose some, and then they are at the blue belt, and they struggle. They find some, you know, hard things in the gym. Maybe somebody from other gym shows up and they have a lower rank and they beat them, you know, and they struggle to find the taste to like learn again. Maybe they feel stuck. What would you recommend? Is there something you could, maybe even me as a coach, what I could tell them, like, look, this is what you can do.
You know, I came out, like yesterday we were talking, there are so many strategies and techniques for anything, right? Now we can, so many people that you can follow, and influencers and books out there, strategy for anything. But then everything comes back to the very norm, to the very basic, you know. If you want this strong enough, you don't quit because you facing your first adversity. You know, yeah, there is a plateau, but you're gonna pass that. You know, just need to be patient, humble. You're not humble, you know, right? People think they're humble. Well, now humility is understand that you suck and you have to continue coming and beat up. That's humility, you know. I suck and I have the, I have the faith that I will get better eventually, you know. So now I'm going to try something else. Guess what? I'm going to try something else, and it's going to reach a plateau there too, and then I'm going to try something else, and then I'm going to move, and I'm going to be a jack of all trades. Hey, if you're happy with that, fine.
Try new things and maybe
try jack of all trades. Tried everything, but never good at anything in a sense, because you never gave yourself a chance to earn that. Like, man, yes, I've been through this. When an Olympic champion gets to the podium and he cries, he didn't cry because of that. He cried because of everything that he went through, or she, you know, all the miserable life and all the plateaus and all the sacrifice that he had, you know, like, and then they achieved, you know, and even if that one is the apex, the last moment, right? But some people who didn't achieve the same when they past there, hey, I tried everything. I just didn't become an Olympic champ, but I tried. I put everything out there. You know, unfortunately, I lost in the last 5 seconds, whatever, you know, but they tried. So I think it's, some people will do this. Some people will never do this. It just depends on, I think someone needs to, you out there, you reach a plateau, and what person you want to be. You know, that one that quits and tries something else, or that one who really wants to earn something that you never earned before, earn something that you not even know what it is. You know, that's why sometimes a guy is a soccer player. I heard that some soccer players are doing good in jiu-jitsu, and they were good in soccer. Of course, he knows the way. You know, he knows the way. He's just, you know, he already earned the one. Yeah. Exactly. And that's what something that we said in class. Now it's yours. You know, I showed you a technique, and this technique is yours. You know, do whatever you want with that technique, and now you learned how to overcome plateaus. It's yours. Some people will never do this. Some people don't want to do this. Some people, it's too hard. You know, some people are successful with very little, but they are successful. They passed that, you know, judgment of society, like, to be successful you need to have this house, this, and no, they passed that. Very little, I'm very successful. I'm very happy.
Actually, I like the idea that, because I thought it's not a problem, it's nothing bad about like trying out new things and jumping from one another, but if you go below that, as you were saying, there may be something more to that, the worst thing would be to say that you are a quitter, but to go even below that, it probably means that you don't have the willpower. You haven't learned how to overcome.
Learned and earned. Now it's yours. Yeah. I know I can overcome difficulties.
Problem, yeah.
You know, and
basically there is a problem and you need to solve it. Whether it's a technical problem or is it a plateau? How do I learn? Do I learn well? Maybe I stopped learning well from that teacher. How does how do we communicate?
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And like in the military in the United States, they say, embrace the suck. Mm-hmm. Yes, it sucks. Embrace. It's part of it.
It's part of it.
Don't. It's not gonna be rainbows and flowers. No, always no. Mm-hmm. Embrace and hey, that's it. Like I think Joe Rogan said, right? And there is no glory in wrestling. That is every time on my Instagram goes through there is no glory in wrestling because people don't get like drive a Bentley in wrestling and have a nice watch and all this stuff. The glory is on not doing it, on overcoming your problems. Overcoming the problems in wrestling. And transferring to life, and that's why you stick with it. Of course, you have some techniques, something that we were saying, right? I don't know. I just tired of doing guard passes. Okay, let's play guard now. Let's change the complete game and be a new student from zero now.
That's exactly.
It could be something.
That's nice strategy. Yeah. If you hit the plateau, change the game.
Change the game, but then now you have to be humble to understand that you're gonna get beat up. Exactly.
You're gonna suck.
And all right, let me try no gi now, or I truly believe to stay in the game of jiu-jitsu, once you have a little understanding, you need to be able to teach. Because I believe that what makes you continue going is teaching. Because maybe you're tired, you don't want to row, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, maybe you're not even row anymore. And if it's a time that you don't row anymore, you're too old, you can't. But you show up to teach. Mm-hmm. And this is good overall is good for the sport, for the martial arts itself,
That's what I love about today. Here at the camp, I don't know how many black belts are there. 20 maybe. Yeah. And it's not that they are on the side and having a chat and laugh. They are training. They're training, learning from another black belt, even another brown belt, because he's a black belt in judo for 30 years. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like it doesn't really matter what color the belt is if you keep that mindset of like you're never gonna be able to learn everything in jiu-jitsu. It's impossible. There's so many options. So like to think that you're a black belt or even blue belt, you know enough. No, you just know a little bit, and you need to know a little bit more if you like it. If you don't,
so much more. Exactly. Yeah. You have to. So let's say if this is the theme of the podcast, let's put it this way, right? And then it's like how to overcome the plateaus is understand. Hey, so much more to learn. It's just we gotta go through this. I think how many plateaus in life we had to. It's just I didn't. A good phrase is keep doing what you're doing, keep getting what you get. All right. Keep doing what you're doing, keep getting what you get. So, all right, there is a reason why you're in a plateau, because you're probably doing the same old thing. Time to change. Time to try other things. Okay, but then we go back to humility again, right? You need to try something and you're not gonna work. Now I don't know, maybe you're now on the bottom and the guy's gonna, Why? Because this is a problem too. Nobody's focused. Not nobody. Most of people or whoever reaches the plateau, let's put it this way, they're not focused on getting better per se. It's just maybe yes, they want to get better. It's kind of hard to explain this. They want to get better, but how do you get better? By trying new things, not just because now
you're coming to class and
you come to class and do the same old thing and try the same techniques and maybe learn a technique from your teacher, because the teacher the class has a structure. It comes to class, warm up, and do a technique, and then they roll, maybe do a specific technique. But that technique of that day is not my technique. What counts is how much more drills I will do after the class or before the class. And when I'm sparring, if the instructor is not asking for a specific training, am I really trying the bottom half guard that I really need to work on? Oh no, that guy, I don't want to do it because he always beat me. All right, that's it. Now you're competing. And now you're focused on, be the best one, not to be better. And that's why I think humility is huge. But people don't understand that. No, I'm humble. Yeah, maybe you're a humble person, but you're not being humble on that matter.
I think that's very important to have a specific goal for this, even for the sparring sessions. Yeah, that maybe winning over the guy is a good thing once in a while. Yeah, you can have a nemesis in the gym, even in the competition. Then it's good to have this focus on like I need to win, I need to do whatever it takes to win within the rules. But then if you do it every sparring every day, well, you're probably gonna burn out very soon. Yeah. So if you change your focus, now I'm gonna play something I suck at, bottom half guard, let's say. I'm gonna play it every sparring, or maybe 2 out of 4 every second sparring. I'm gonna just go there, and when I leave the position, I just come back. Maybe I don't even tell the guy. I just let him pass and let him submit.
You don't
and
need
go
to tell,
again.
and then it doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't really matter. But I think the common theme is like to find the kind of a goal, like short-term goal, like you'll reach a plateau. Okay, what do you want to do? Even within the jiu-jitsu, like you want to get better at something. Well, great, pick one thing, and well, start work on it. Ask your coach what can you do in that position. Go to YouTube. There's millions of videos that are good. Like not everything is good on YouTube, but you can learn a lot.
You can search. The search is a process too, you know,
exactly.
And it's part of you know.
And you try it. Well, maybe it sucks the technique. Well, then try
something else, and that's the search.
And
that's the way the process you earning, you know, the thing. So you're really earning. So I think that will be your recipe right there. So okay, now I know how to earn something, and then when you reach another plateau, truly, I think Kobe Bryant said that once you understand that how you say the world is a library, and all you need is go and pick what you need, pick the right book, what you need. You know,
that's nice.
So much information out there. You go on the internet, you know. Well, unfortunately, of course, because there's so much information, that's a caveat in there. Sometimes you pick the wrong you pick the wrong information, and then or so much information because you're doing jiu-jitsu. But man, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. Like it's so much you're bombarded every day of information.
We're lucky on one side to
we're lucky, but also unlucky sometimes. It's overwhelming because yes, you could do jiu-jitsu, but then there is no gi, and then there is what we really want, deep inside. I don't know. I think sometimes some people just want to get famous. Let's put it this way. Not even. So then let's put a guy. I want to get famous. So and then he's trying to do jiu-jitsu, and he goes, I can get way more famous as soccer. And then he tries soccer, and then I can maybe I don't know. Soccer is too late for me. Let me try hockey. It's trying to pursue to be famous. Exactly. And what's famous could be internationally famous. It could be in your own neighborhood or community. I don't know. It's just to me again. To me, it was rough. It was very not rough. It was, or maybe I was lucky to. Didn't have many options. Go for it, and And then when I went to college, I went study. I study physical education on how to how to teach kids and stuff like that. And then as soon as I finished college, the kids were like, "What are we gonna do?" I already have my job, I was already doing. Then when I did my master's degree, everyone too. What I'm gonna do? Well, I already have my business. I'm gonna keep doing. It's not. I am not doing anything of this that I'm doing now, like on the side. Or I'm gonna talk about my degrees, let's put that I'm pursuing. I'm not doing to eventually get a job. No, I already have the job, so I already have my game in jiu-jitsu. Let's put it this way. Now you acquire different pieces to make your game better. That's
actually how it should work, but it doesn't. I have a degree in something that I will probably never do anymore. Yeah, because I didn't know what to do.
Exactly. I mean,
15.
Right. Yeah.
You choose.
Like back then.
Let's go there.
It's like, back then is for many people is you gotta now out of the sun you gotta choose a profession.
15 you have no.
You don't have no idea, and then you go and you do it, and you spend 4 years in university, choosing something. if you're lucky enough, you can use. I mean, of course, something you can always use. You know, like,
Of course,
being in a university environment.
I don't regret that.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a great time. I learned so much, and I even was in the business that I studied for 6 years. So it was good. It also teaches you how to like find information, how to work within the system. It doesn't matter what system it is. It just you have some rules and you need to play within the rules.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's school, corporate, or even like your own business. You set up the rules and you need to find a way to make money, to be happy about it, and to sustain. So education it's really powerful tool. If we somehow find out a better way to introduce it as a tool, not as something you must do. Like my parents, they don't have a higher education, so they were like, you need to go.
You
to
have to
college.
do. Yeah, no, it's normal. Yeah.
Why?
Like
because
somebody pounding in their heads that they have to do it too.
Exactly.
You know. Yes.
So,
Yeah. You know.
So
yeah.
It was kind of hard this way, but if you like twist it around, and then people will understand that jiu-jitsu is. Education is a tool. Like maybe later in life. Yeah, for me, I'm 37. I will be this year. So I'm kind of looking forward. We have these like millennium. How do they call them? Lifetime universities.
Yes.
So you can when you are it's fine.
Yeah.
When you are in your senior years, you can go to university and you can study there, like for free. Which is I'm so much looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Helping different topics from completely different fields that I have no idea about. And I'll go there. Let's hope there'll be universities like that.
Good.
In 30
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. You know. So. What else? I was thinking about the plateaus is something else that can put an input in there.
I think we covered a lot. Like we have a half an hour of talk, and I know we have to go somewhere else now. So I will leave it at that, and maybe we will follow up with some more calls if you would like to.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, Professor.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
And
Pleasure
thank you
to
for
be
listening.
here. Thank you for listening. Yes.
Bye.
Bye.